Let me ask you a question. Why do organizations way overemphasize idea generation and pay much less attention to idea execution? One of the most basic reasons is idea generation is easy. After all, what is brainstorming? You just go into a dark room and you can think of all kinds of ideas. If you're thinking of this electrocardiogram machine, why not a $500 machine? Why not a $450 machine? Why not a $400 machine? Why not a $100 ECG machine? Idea generation is easy. Idea generation is glamorous. You get to go to a 5-star hotel, have a good time. Everybody thinks the person who creates the idea, he gets a lot of praise in the organization, so it's glamorous. Idea generation doesn't cost money. In fact, all the resources that you need happens only during the idea execution stage. In fact, it is only during the idea execution stage, all the conflicts between the Box 3 new business model and the Box 1 core business, all the conflicts arise only during idea execution. There are no conflicts in idea generation. Even the people from the core business, they get to go to the 5-star hotel. Everybody is happy. But only during idea execution, people in the core business ask the question, why are we allocating resources to this new business model which is losing money? I need the resources here. A final reason why people way underestimate idea execution and way overemphasize idea generation is they think they already know how to execute. What they are really thinking is they know how to execute Box 1 projects. And this is one of the central points that I want to drive home. There is execution in Box 1. That is day-to-day execution. There is an execution challenge in Box 3. That is innovation execution. These are night and day different. If you use the same methodologies that you use in day-to-day execution on innovation execution, that is the surest way to kill the Box 3 idea. My work with corporations have indicated to me the biggest challenge in making Box 3 happen is an execution challenge. That is the 99% perspiration. My focus is on that 99% perspiration, which is all about business model execution. How do you create the right architecture for executing new business models? Just so that we are on the same wavelength, let me clarify what I mean by a business model innovation. For me, the definition of strategy is the same thing as a definition of a business model. And to understand what is your strategy or what is your business model, ask 3 questions. Who's your customer? What value is that customer seeking? And what is the value chain architecture with which you're going to create that value? If the answer to these 3 questions are internally consistent, you have a successful strategy. You have a successful business model. Therefore, when I say Box 3 innovation, business model innovation, you are innovating your strategy itself. And you can innovate your business model in one of 3 places. You can change the definition of the customer. That's what General Electric did when they innovated the $500 ECG machine. They brought a whole class of non-consumers and made them consumers. That is a business model innovation. You can also innovate your business model by keeping the same customer, but by fundamentally changing the value proposition to that customer. You can also change the business model by keeping the same customer, same value proposition, but fundamentally change the value chain architecture. That's what Dell Computer did in the mid-'80s. When they changed the value chain architecture, they didn't change the customer definition, nor the value proposition, but they fundamentally changed the value chain architecture and created a direct architecture. This is the point that I'm trying to drive at. Box one, your core business has a strategy, has a business model. To execute that business model, you need the dominant logic. Box three is a strategy innovation. That means you're fundamentally changing the strategy itself. That's what I mean by a business model innovation. That business model innovation, your dominant logic cannot execute. You need a new organizational logic.